want to show you another quick and easy system to trade. I was playing around with this one today in the live markets, but before I get into the live trades, I just wanted to break down this system, show you what I'm looking at, show you the settings. I've got the MMT Ultimate Heikin-Ashi painting the candlesticks with the Heikin-Ashi core logic. So this is taking a special logic based on Heikin-Ashi candles and then applying them to the regular candlesticks so you can focus on price action while still being able to see what the Heikin-Ashi is doing via the candle color. The background is being painted by the trend and reversal indicator, and I'm using a CCI as an input. I've got the ultimate VWAP on here, and this white dashed line is the 20 range VWAP. I'm using that instead of the 20 SMA. And then I've got the key levels on here, but I'm only using the range function. I've got a pre-market range, the high, the low, and the center that runs until 9:15. And then I've got the opening 5-minute range, high, low, and center. I've just been back testing some breakout strategy scenarios with those ranges. So I'm only trading this during the first hour of the New York Open. This is an NQ 1-minute chart, my favorite chart to take entries on. So one method to trade this setup is just to wait for a background change, and then once the first candle closes, look for a breakout above or below. So here's the first candle of the New York Open. Got a green Heikin-Ashi candle, green background from the CCI trend and reversal. We look for a breakout a couple points above. We get that breakout. We've got 20 points of room up to the high of the pre-market range. So there's 20 points of potential scalpage right there, just up to this white dashed line. It's the high of the pre-market range. So I'm looking for a possible breakout of the pre-market opening range, which I've got here from 7:30 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. I'm looking at the candle size. I'm also looking at delta and a few other things that I don't have on this simple chart. But this was a nice full-bodied candle, nice close above the high of the pre-market range. Green Heikin-Ashi candle, green CCI background, looking for a break above. We pop up over 20 points once again. Another possible scalping opportunity. I'm usually going for 5 to 10 points on the NQ, just depending on the current day's volatility. Here we get the CCI background change. We've got a very nice full-bodied candle to the downside. Red Heikin-Ashi candle, closing below the 20 range VWAP, also closing below the center of the 5-minute opening range. Got plenty of room down to VWAP, so looking for a break lower. It drops 30 points right to VWAP, and then some. We get a hang up at the center of the pre-market range. This blue squared line. Here's our next background change. We got the 20 range VWAP right in the way. I'd want it to break above that. Here we start heading above the 20 range VWAP. We've got over 10 points of room up to the center of the 5-minute opening range. We continue back up to the high of the 5-minute opening range. Poke it a little bit. We never get a close above. Next background change. Red candle, red background, looking for a break lower. Got over 10 points of room down to the 20 range VWAP and the center of the 5-minute opening range. We make it all the way down to VWAP. Very nice wicking candle right off of VWAP. That's looking pretty bullish. Next background change. Green candle, green background, looking for a break above. We're pretty close to the high of the 5-minute opening range. Might want to wait for that to break. Here we get a close above the 5-minute opening range. Take a break above. We pop up almost 40 points. Background change. Heikin-Ashi candle is green. So depending on how aggressive I wanted to be, if we did take the break lower, there's 15 points of room. Next background change. Green candle, green background, looking for a break above. We pop up around 50 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. The only semi-questionable trade would have been this trade. For me, once I see these tiny little bodied candles with these bigger wicks on the bottom here, I would be hopping out of my trade. I like my trades to run pretty instantly. If they don't move right away, I usually hop out. So here's the settings. I've got the MMT Ultimate Heikin-Ashi. The only thing that I have activated is the Heikin-Ashi core. Default core size setting of 1. Got the candles and the outlines checked on. For the trend and reversal, I've got everything turned off except for the trend core. The trend core is what is painting the background. My favorite trend core period of 7. Overbought, oversold of 50 and 50. I've got the SMA filter on with a period of 3. See the background's checked on there. And my input series. I've changed the input series to a CCI. Default setting of 14. On the key levels, I've got everything turned off except for my range 1 and my range 2. Range 1 is from 9:30 to 9:35. Range 2 is from 7:30 to 9:15. So those are the settings, and this is the setup. Now you can watch me trade this along with my other setups in the live markets from today. Got a few minutes to the market open. Looks like we had a wild reaction to the news this morning. Got a couple of big wick signals. Looking at point of control drawn up at the very top of this huge wick. That's one of the most bearish things that I've ever seen. Here we had point of control drawn down towards the bottom of this also very large wick. Very bullish. After the candle we break out to the upside. Got one RSI reversal signal up here. On the 4 hour you can see point of control drawn up into these wicks for these big reversals. Point of control drawn down to the bottom here. Point of control drawn up to the top of the wick here. I'll move down. Point of control down in the wicks here. I'll move up. Point of control in the wicks up here. Move down. Some good information on the higher time frames as well. The market is open. This is something new that I'm working on over here on the 1 minute. Having the delta in numbers. It's right above the candle there. First candle, we had a green Heikin-Ashi candle. Background is being painted by the trend and reversal, the trend core with the input of the CCI. Just took a tiny long there, but it was moving at a snail's pace. Was looking for that quick breakout, did not happen. We were breaking above the pre-market highs here, white dashed line. There we go. Would have worked out okay if I would have had some patience. I saw delta going into the negative there. We were right at the 50 level. Got a very small retracement. Up over $100 per account now. So we had some single bar divergence on the first candle here. Point of control was drawn down into the wick. On this chart, the Heikin-Ashi core is painting the background and the ultimate delta is painting the candles. We get the breakout higher to the first minute candle here. The single bar divergence. Nice move up. Just got into another short. When we started breaking below the 15-minute center with all this negative delta, we had enough room down to the 20 SMA. Then after we broke below the 20 SMA, had more strong negative delta coming in. Plenty of room down to VWAP. So far we've made it all the way down to the 250 SMA. Trump is speaking around 1 p.m. Up over 200 per account now. I just tried a short here at VWAP and yesterday's close area. It was hesitating for quite some time. I hopped out for a point or two of profit. Looks like it did come down, would have got my 10 points, but some pretty wild moves this morning, up and down. I didn't want to hold on to it if it was just going to pop right back up. I took that last trade on the micros too. Just be extra cautious. I should probably just wait until there's only trades that I want to take on the regular NQ. Definitely get into trouble sometimes. Having a more relaxed approach with the micro NASDAQ. Sometimes, some market conditions, I just need to trade micros if the volatility is too crazy. Got into a little short after this candle. Bunch of strong negative delta. Full bodied candle. A lot bigger body than the candles a few minutes prior to it. I got out pretty quick. It was a very small trade. We had London Open coming up. It's like we bounced off a London Open area there. I created this other chart to try out some different breakout strategies with the 5-minute open and pre-market levels. So we just came up to the center of the opening 5-minute range here. Had a nice drop off of that level. We had the CCI trend core background turn green here. Heikin-Ashi turn green. Looking for a break above the 20 range VWAP. That's what's on this chart. Had a break above. Been cruising up. Second attempt on the center of the 5-minute opening range. broke through. See, we had some single bar divergence back here. Taking a break above, we've got the 15-minute center right in the way. But once we broke above the 15-minute center, that's when I'd be looking to get in. I had some decent sized delta coming in on that candle. We're up 30 points higher. I took a losing trade back here. We had a bunch of positive delta. I would have waited for confirmation. We never broke above this candle. I thought we might be headed up to R1. We did not. Next candle we had single bar divergence. I almost got out when I saw this. We had point of control drawn up into this wick and then single bar divergence. When we started breaking lower, I knew I was in trouble. So we broke lower after the single bar divergence, had a nice move down. Nice big wick on this candle, point of control in the wick. Started closing above the 20 SMA. Heikin-Ashi core was turning green, the green background. Got a little pop back up. This time we had a nice close above the 15-minute high. Finally made it up to R1. Didn't get a chance to put out a video yesterday. Been busy with some other things, and Ninja Trader told me I have to change like 30 different video thumbnails. To be a part of the Ninja Trader ecosystem, I had to pass all kind of background checks and all kinds of other things. And then they have a set of regular ongoing checks. And apparently if I put a profit amount in my thumbnail or the YouTube title, that's against their guidelines. So now I have to spend pretty much an entire day redoing a bunch of thumbnails and things like that. Wish I would have known that beforehand, but I guess it's better to be safer anyway. Lots of rules and regulations out there. So I just woke up from my after work nap. It's 1:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I turned on the live feed for RFK Jr. being sworn in, and I saw tons of negative delta coming in and a big move down all of a sudden. Big full-bodied candle. As soon as I saw us breaking down below the 20, I got into a short looking for a retest of VWAP. Instantly got my 10 points. We got a really nice pullback, but delta was staying negative. I got into one more short, and now I'm up 450 to 500 per account. So I'm going to call it a day there. Apex is still having 80% off until February 19th. If you use code MonkeyMan over at Apex or Take Profit Trader or Tradeify or Day Traders, you get the best price and you help to support the channel. There's links to all these indicators that I'm using in the description. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and best of luck in your trading.